Today, Prime Minister Narendra Modi warmly welcomed Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula de Silva at Hyderabad House in New Delhi for high-level bilateral talks during Lula's state visit to India. The meeting marked a significant step in deepening the strategic partnership between the two major global South nations, with discussions covering a broad spectrum of mutual interests, including trade expansion, critical minerals cooperation, and multilateral coordination. My colleague has spoken to Monica Monteiro, chairperson, BRICS Women Business Alliance, and Guy Motor, head, India-Brazil Chamber of Commerce. Let's take a look.
Chairperson of the Brazilian Forum for Women Entrepreneurs. Ma'am, thank you so much for exclusively speaking to NewsX, ma'am. Ma'am, since this India-Brazil Business Forum is going on, what are your expectations from the India-Brazil Business Forum, and how do you see the trade panning out between India and Brazil in the next few years, because both the countries are an active member of the BRICS? Your comments on that?
Yeah, I'm so happy because I'm seeing here a lot of businesswomen, a power of businesswomen here. We have a deal already with FICI, and we are bringing in a lot of businesswoman mission to Brazil, and I think we're going to grow a lot. We start last year this relationship with the Woman Business, WBA, a Woman Business Alliance. They went a lot of businesswomen went to Brazil, and we make this deal, and we are already doing exchanging things in cooperation already, and I think we're going to grow a lot. I'm so happy to be here, and also I'm so happy to see the quality of a businesswoman here, and especially the director of FICI, it's a woman also. So I'm really happy. I think we have a big way to go, especially in jewelry, in healthy, in infrastructure. We have a power businesswoman over there, and they want to exchange it to come here. So welcome to our relationship, and Brazil now is going to have a meeting in March. I know that it's going to have a good delegation here from India to Brazil. So let's start.
Absolutely, ma'am. If I would like to ask, considering that there are vibrant diplomatic relations between India and Brazil, and both countries are time-tested allies and partners for a very long time. How do you see, the current? There is a global, U.S. President Donald Trump has imposed tariffs on almost all countries, and today the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that these tariffs imposed by United States of America are not valid. So how do you see the global economy to go forward in the next if you see this year or the next year, because these tariffs have been imposed? Of course, US has also imposed tariffs on Brazil. So how do you see the trajectory of the global economy to go from here?
I think that's the challenge of everyone, and we are learning a lot with India to be a diplomatic. So Brazil and India is two democratic countries, the biggest democratic countries. So I think we have to be together, more together, and that's why I think we're going to grow a lot, our economies and our relationship. That's why we have to be more together and doing more business. And I think we have two democratic, we are learning a lot with India. India is the friendly country, just like Brazil. So business is going to be like that. We know to know more each other, to exchange culture, to exchange news, to be more together. I think we just do business when we know the country. So India have to know more Brazil, and Brazil have to know more India to do more business.
Ma'am, I would like to ask you, since there's a strong people-to-people connect between India and Brazil, do you think that this will catalyze the business trade relationship between India and Brazil? Because a lot of Indians go to Brazil, and a lot of Brazilians come here, for business opportunities, as this summit provides a very vibrant trade opportunity. Do you think that this will entirely, it's a win-win situation for both the countries?
Everything starts with the leaders. Your leader and my leader start together. So is all the business, big business men and women are here. I think we're going to start now, and we're beginning. That's the first meeting that we have like this one, so big like this one, with this quality. So in Brazil now is our office here. And we have a very good quality already in Brazil. We growing a lot, but we have a lot of things to do it more. I think we have a good opportunity to start, and well, this beginning already. Our leaders are together, and our businessmen and businesswomen are together.
What are the key sectors where the trade between India and Brazil has in the recent years increased? What are the key sectors that you would like to name some?
I think the first things we have to exchange more culture, we need to know more India, and India needs to know more Brazil in culture, in how to do it things, the laws, the regulation. So that's the first step to do business. So that's the beginning. No, we have a venue to go on.
Thank you so much for talking exclusively to Speaking to NewsX. So this is Aditya Vadhavan reporting for NewsX with video journalist Sankush, New Delhi. So we have with us Mr. Guy Mota, who's head of the India-Brazil Chambers of Commerce. Sir, thank you so much for exclusively speaking to NewsX. I would, begin by asking, that since, the BRICS is expanding, a lot of new countries have been added to BRICS, and India and Brazil are an active members of the BRICS grouping. How do you see the trade panning out between India and Brazil in the next few years, if you can throw light over it?
Sure. I think that India and Brazil have a really complementary background and solutions that we can improve and help each other. So I would say that basically Brazil can help a lot India with food security in agricultural business, as well India must help Brazil with pharmaceutical products, technology products. So we have a complementary trade portfolio that we can exchange between each other.
If you can just, considering the, vibrant diplomatic relations between India and Brazil, both countries are strategic allies for several years. We have seen how both countries have collaborated in several almost very, very critical domains. We saw that during the COVID pandemic also, India provided a lot of vaccines to Brazil, So what are the key sectors, if you could name some sectors where both India and Brazil have expanded their trade in the recent few years, and they expect to do the same in the next few years. What are the key sectors, if you would like to name some?
No, you are totally right. India and Brazil are like brothers. We say that we have a samband connection between India and Brazil. So particularly on agribusiness opportunities, technology, pharmaceutical, oil, and energy transition, Brazil can collaborate a lot with India. And of course, mining sectors and critical minerals, Brazil has a lot to offer and help India keeping the development that's happening right now here.
If I may ask you, considering the global trade tensions that have happened due to these tariffs that are being imposed by the United States of America on several countries, today the decision has come by the U.S. Supreme Court, where they have declared these tariffs imposed by Trump administration as illegal. So how do you see now the global economy getting on a backtrack? Because in the recent years we have seen how tariffs have they have created some problem in the global supply chains and stuff like that. So what is your take on that, if you can take, particularly with respect to these tariffs imposed by the United States of America?
In fact, that's really good for Indian-Brazil relationship, because we don't depend only from USA anymore. As well, India don't need to keep and depend on USA anymore. That we have two really large economies that we can have a lot of tie-ups, and we can work helping the economies of both countries. So what's happening right now on the geopolitical scenario is just putting closer India and Brazil. And the overview of this relation, we're going to grow even more for the next coming years.
Right, if you can tell currently what percentage of tariffs has the United States of America imposed in Brazil at this juncture?
Yeah, it was 50% before. Of course, with the diplomacy, with some deals that were working with USA, we are reducing that and putting Brazil again on a chance of keeping doing business with U.S. But again, as an India-Brazil Chamber of Commerce, we are totally focused on increasing the relationship between India and Brazil. This is the most important for us. We had last year Narendra Modi visiting Brazil, and we were celebrating on that time Raksha Bandhan. So that's the point that we want to do. We want to see every time, even Brazil and India closer and as a brothers and sisters, and having more and more connections.
Thank you so much for exclusively speaking to NewsX. So this is Aditya Vadhavan reporting for NewsX with video journalist Ankush, New Delhi.